bringing to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, moving down. This the time to move around. No Gimmicks podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for no gimmicks. No, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind? State of mind. Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit. What's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on. That's the time. Guarantee we move. You know how we respond. The state design. The state design when we feel it.
Yo. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast. First show of 2024 here on the Dat Feeling Podcast Network. It is a pleasure to be back. Hope everybody had a good holiday season. We're getting back in the full swing. DFPN is kicking this thing off strong this year. So we look forward to a good 2024. Here I am, bred like a king, made us Calvin Kaylee with my co-host, Frank D, the chosen one. What's up, buddy? Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
It's been going, man. Great holidays. How was your holidays, man?
It was copacetic. I was working, getting paid, so it's all Gucci to me.
I ain't mad at it, man. That holiday pay is what's up.
That's right.
Hey, you gonna work, get paid double, bro. I ain't mad
Damn
at
right.
it. I ain't mad at it at all, man. So welcome back. We got a good show for you guys. Before we get into that, shout out to our sponsor, Cons Custom Creations. Follow her on IG at Cons_Custom Creations, or just search for her on Facebook using Cons Custom Creations. We have new designs coming out. I'm going to try to slowly get us in that avenue to where we get all of our designs through her, and you guys get better quality items for a lesser value. So we'll slowly try to get there on 2024. That way we can roll that out, and she can take care of us on that front. But follow her on all those platforms. And shout out to the Patreon. Since this is our first show of 2024, we're outside the confines of Patreon. We're live tonight, but join us on Patreon from now on, patreon.com/datfeelingpodcast. Also subscribe to the Dat Feeling Bandcamp at datfeeling.bandcamp.com. Let's jump into this show tonight. Before we do that, we had this show planned out a little bit.
All right.
We have a little wiggle room. So let's discuss. Tony Khan decided to go at USA Network today. What in the hell, bro? What happened? What happened there?
I mean, look, USA Network commented, I believe it was on Twitter or X, and commented basically about the Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal segment on Raw.
Yep.
And they said, in a kind of like a little snarky, kind of petty kind of way, hey, what's the cage match rating, right? Because that's what Tony Khan mentioned a few weeks ago at the World's End Scrum or whatever he was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he didn't like that. So he shot back at USA Network, but also he's been having a back and forth for the past hour or two as we record this live with Eric Bischoff. And it is the most hilarious shit I've ever seen. Because every time Tony tries to come at Eazy-E fires back, and he's firing back and spitting facts. So I'm gonna be like this, man. They need to take Tony's phone from him for the night,
bro. Like,
put him in time out or something, and understand, my guy, you are the president owner of a wrestling company that's supposed to be the nearest competition to the WWE.
Yep.
And you are behaving like a junior high school adolescent teenager. at this
He
point.
is though. He is though.
That's how I look at that. This is the most immature shit. And I heard somebody say, "Oh, I ain't gonna say I heard him, but I read where someone says, well, Eric used to do the same thing on WCW,' and Eric was like, no, I took shots at the WWF during their show, back and forth, and we were actually in a competition, not someone who is commenting on the sidelines and then cries foul when something goes wrong. He don't get his way. So that's pretty much what it is.
I
And
mean,
it's
yeah,
kind of
that's
like,
true. That's true.
but that's like a kid that was never told no.
I mean, you got to think about it though. Like he's a billionaire that's normally used to getting his way. So when this ain't going his way, and Tony hasn't really developed the thick skin for the business
Right.
yet. He hasn't. And we talked about this offline. Like he's still kind of young in the business to where a lot of stuff still affects him. He hasn't been in a position to where like just chill, bro. Like just chill the fuck out and let it fly. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff is gonna keep happening. It is. People are gonna talk about your product. The WWE they're just now getting to a point to where like everything's looking Gucci for them. But before AEW came along, like people were sick of that shit and they were talking about it. So much so that they actually addressed it on camera to where like, yeah, we got to make some changes. Okay, cool. Right? They acknowledged it. But it wasn't like, screw you guys. Like they acknowledged that it was a problem. They're gonna work towards it. They're Gucci now, right? They got storylines. I'm not saying 100%. They're better than they were, right?
Yeah.
They're better than they were.
Yeah, say it like that.
Yeah, they're better than they were. And people are investing into storylines like the Bloodline. There's factions like the Judgment Day that people are starting to gravitate towards, especially with R-Truth coming back. Like there's stuff that people are interested in now, more so. The Intercontinental Champion is more popular than it's ever been. Like that title means something now. Right. So they're in a place to where, all right, we don't have to worry about all this stuff. Tony has never been in that position, bro. Like, and the longer he keeps firing back, it's already put him in a position to where, okay, cool. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Right? If I respond, then I'm an asshole. If I don't respond, then I'm a coward. Right? So he's in like this weird area to where there's always going to be somebody talking about him. Like he has to develop like a sense of fuck it, bro. Like you gotta fuck it.
Well, I agree with you somewhat with that, but at the same time, it's like, well, Tony's been in the business 5 years. Okay, cool, but they own the Jacksonville Jaguars, so you know what I'm saying. Like you're kind of used to public criticism and scrutiny because you're the owner of a major NFL team. So what would make it so different when you're coming over into this genre of entertainment? It's still show business. You dig what I'm saying? So
yeah,
he has he just has the mentality of just this person that is just never been told no, thinks he knows every damn thing, and the honeymoon period is over, and
that is true.
Everything is great. What everything is not great, and that's just pretty much what it is.
I would agree with you there. To the point, except fans of NFL and fans of wrestling, they're kind of different in a sense. Fans of wrestling are way more fickle than they are in any other sport. Like they'll love you one minute and then they'll hate you the next. That's just how the business is.
Oh, have you seen them? Have you seen them Dallas Cowboy fans?
They're a whole different breed, bro.
Yeah.
They're a whole they are a whole different breed.
Yeah.
They are. Like Sunday, if things don't go right on Sunday, I might stay in the house, bro, because it's gonna be havoc around here.
I mean, I literally saw people taking jerseys that they spend money on, right?
And burning them.
Yeah. And it's just like, It's so different than what Eazy said in Straight Outta Compton when they were, fucking running over all their CDs. He says they pay for them others. So, so I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, why are you destroying your own shit? I don't get that. So
Yep.
whatever.
Look, we got comments coming in already, man. He's a billionaire. He's never been told no. Shout out to Jeff Fountain for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true, man. He's never been told
That's
no.
what I said. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's never been told no. And he doesn't want to admit that they got problems. And even when they said, "Oh, well, CM Punk is the biggest problem," my guy, CM Punk is flourishing in WWE right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Okay.
weird, bro, because
He was the problem, though.
That's what I mean. Like everybody that left AEW so far, besides Brian Pillman Jr., but even he has something like on his plate, right? Like everybody that has left there has went to WWE and like their star power is insanely up at this point.
Yeah, but CM Punk was the problem. He was the one causing all the issues over there. He was the heat magnet.
Right.
It was all him. He was the problem, man. But wait a second. They're still having problems. And he's not there. How about that?
I don't know about.
Do they feel safe?
I don't know about the locker room situation.
Is it a safe space?
I don't know.
Does anybody fear for their life today?
I don't know. We don't know that. There's another comment. CM Punk looks like he's actually enjoying it, and I'm not a Punk fan. He does.
Actually is. He's actually looks like he's having fun. Yeah, he's enjoying it. It's the big time again. He went down there to see what it was. He tried to help the best he could, and it just didn't work. And
but how much of that
it's
though?
Time to come home. And he came
how much
home.
of that? How much of that is? I wonder how much of that is like AEW trying to be a rebel company and not do things the traditional way, because that's what it seems like. Like everybody that has gone there and had, really Punk is like an old school guy, right? And there's a lot of young people in AEW. Like how much of that was just like a culture clash? Because you're not going to be young, and this is like life advice. You're not going to be the young person forever. Eventually, you're going to grow up and see shit for a different light, right? And how much of that is just like people rebelling against that shit, but you see better and you're trying to steer better, but everybody else is just like, fuck it, we want to do it our way. Like that's the thing I worry about. Right, especially because you have all these things and all these reports that come out, and people are like, "Yeah, the talent don't listen," and it's just like a constant bumping in heads. Well, how much of that is the talent being like, "This is our company. We started it. We built it. We want to do it our way," and somebody else coming in like, "No, you should do it this way." You know what I mean? Like, how much of that is going on?
Okay, so to answer that, I will say this. So you have so many of the big legends that have been in the big time in this business working for AEW. You have Jake Roberts. You had Arn Anderson. You had Tully Blanchard. You have Dean Malenko. You have a bunch of people, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross. These guys have done it all, seen it all, have been to the game and are been to the dance, I should say, and have been successful. If they're trying to pass on the knowledge and the tools to be successful, and these people are not trying to basically accept that knowledge like a sponge, then there is no point in doing it. When I look at AEW, it is a hybrid of everything that was wrong with the Attitude Era. And it is the early days of NWA TNA and the last days of WCW rolled into one. That's what they are.
That's a bad combination, though.
They're a niche company. They're a niche company with a niche audience, and it proves it because their base audience, it's about, give or take, 900,000 people a week, which is, ratings really don't matter anymore. 900,000 people a week is their niche audience. They're not growing, Okay, they can
Mm-hmm.
barely get people to come to their shows anymore, and until they address the problem going on over there, all the problems going on over there, they're never going to get out of this stagnant period that they're in. When you have a guy like Cody Rhodes, who is one of the founders of this organization, decides to leave this organization and is flourishing in WWE, and I have a lot of respect for Cody, flourishing over at WWE. When
Oh
you
yeah, he
have
is.
Jade Cargill decide to make the move over to the WWE, when you have CM Punk, who came back, tried to make it work, had a whole show built around just for him, Collision, he leaves. Finally, oh, I'm sorry, you fired him with cause. All you did was send him back to where he wanted to be in the first place, the
Yep.
WWE.
Hmm.
Going over there, no problems at all. Talents are getting ready to work with Punk because they know we can make some money. Everything is hot. He's out there doing fire segments with Seth Rollins, fire segments with Drew McIntyre. Shit's on. He's finally probably going to end up being in the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 or Night 2. This is what he's always wanted. No issues whatsoever. Had a kick-ass match with Dominic Mysterio at Madison Square Garden a few weeks ago. Got a plaque from Madison Square Garden. That's the first. How do you think CM Punk feels about that? He's appreciated finally. That's why he doesn't have any issues. He's at peace. He's appreciated. He's in a work environment that is professional. And it's not full of children that don't know what the hell they're doing. That's what it is.
Right. And that's why I asked that question. Like, how much of that is, young versus old? You know what I'm saying? And it's true. But on the flip side of that, these guys won't be young forever. And then my issue with all of that is there's going to be a young wave of talent behind you, right? You have to look at the example that you're setting for the talent behind you, because you won't be young forever. And people are going to look at you and revere you for the shit that you did. And they're going to do the same thing. Like, it's terrible in the long run. You know what I mean? It's terrible.
If he's trying to save people from doing stupid shit like falling on real glass to further your career, and you don't need to do that, if they don't want to listen, if they want to do some stupid shit like Goldberg did in WCW when he busted those windows out in that limousine, oh yeah, I can do it. I'm a tough guy. Oh, but Goldberg, it's real glass. Oh, it doesn't matter. I got it. And slit his fucking arm and took him out. Go right ahead. If you want to be somebody like Nick Wayne that can't take a flaming table bump, go ahead.
I don't know about that one. That's kind of a reach, because a lot of that was how he was positioned.
Sure.
It was, man. It was. I don't know how much of that I put on Nick Wayne.
He shouldn't be on primetime TV.
That's another discussion.
He's not ready.
That's another discussion.
He's not ready. And that got his mom out there too. What the fuck's going on?
Actually, I kind of like the mom being out there. But again, that's another.
I know you and another 800,000 people.
Hey man, there's certain things. Not everything's terrible. Not everything.
I'm not saying. Listen, you know something? I'm not saying it is. I'm just going by what I see, and I'm just going by what people post. And yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't keep up with the product. I don't keep up with AEW. I couldn't care less.
I've learned a very valuable lesson by being on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Don't pay attention to all of that shit, bro. Like, don't, because a lot of that shit is echo chamber, and a lot of that shit is not true. I'm
looking at the YouTube clips from AEW themselves.
Again,
their own channel.
Okay,
their stuff they're putting out.
I know that, and you can feel a way about it. That's fine. That's your opinion.
There are some people. Listen, there are some people at AEW that I really like. Top of the list: Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana.
Same.
That guy is a major superstar, and I predict this year, probably even by the summer, that dude's going to be the AEW World Champion.
I would say by after Revolution, he'll be the AEW champion.
Could be. Could be. He's the next mainstream star. Period.
Oh, he's already
that's
there.
their one.
He's already
there, but he needs to get that push. When he finally gets that push, man, sky's the limit. Swerve has something to prove to the WWE anyways about letting him go.
Yeah, I've said this. I've said the moment I seen him in California, I was like, this dude's about to tear shit up. And he has not proved me wrong at all. But let's continue on, man. So the reason I came up with this one, thank you, Jeff, for the comment. Over the break, I had a chance to binge watch Star Wars. And I wanted to present you with a question.
Okay.
Because I was refaming myself, refamiliarizing myself with the series, the saga. One thing came to me right off the bat. Let's talk some Star Wars. Question I have for you. Because we entered this discussion about Anakin being the greatest Jedi ever, right? And watching it, I wanted to agree with you. Watching it over, right? I wanted to agree with you. There's a lot of things that make him a great Jedi. And I found myself going back on a lot of my counterpoints that we discussed earlier. But the question I wanted to ask you is, was Anakin Skywalker even supposed to be a Jedi?
I think if Qui-Gon had never found him, discovered him, he probably never would have been a Jedi.
I would go as far, and watching it, to say he probably would have, even if Qui-Gon did discover him. If he didn't die, if Qui-Gon didn't die, I think the whole Jedi Order would have been changed because of Anakin.
Well, so the thing about it is this. What happened with Anakin when Anakin turned to the dark side was always going to happen because Sidious had already had him in mind when he was a child that he was going to make him his apprentice. Sidious went through Maul, he went through Dooku to get to Anakin. That was he says we're going to be paying close attention to what you're doing, what you become pretty much. So he already had that play. So he already knew what it was because there's legends that say, well, Darth Plagueis created Anakin. Okay. We don't know that to be true. We don't know where it came from. But we just know that Anakin had the most midi-chlorians of any being ever. So he was the chosen one. So when it comes down to when you say, oh, he's the greatest Jedi, yeah, he had the most midi-chlorians. He was more powerful than Yoda, more powerful than Mace Windu. He was more powerful than a lot of people that was on the Jedi Council, and he never was a master.
Yeah, I know that was one of my counter arguments, but I'm willing to concede that he probably was the greatest Jedi ever. Also, with the death of Qui-Gon, so the Battle of the Dueling Fates, right, is pretty symbolic. And I looked at an old interview from Dave Filoni explaining that exact battle between Qui-Gon and Darth Maul, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the point of if Qui-Gon wins that battle, then he continues to be involved with Anakin, right? With that being said, Anakin has a better control of his emotions. More so that Qui-Gon is willing to let him be emotional and feel the feelings that he actually felt, such as the love that he had towards Padme and the frustration of not being accepted as a Jedi Master when he felt like he was ready. He would have had a better control on that range of emotions, thus allowing him to be what his potential was.
So I somewhat agree with that, but I'll counter it with this. So with Qui-Gon was another person that was also becoming kind of disillusioned with the Jedi,
Right.
basically because of Dooku, who was his master.
Right.
Because Dooku became disillusioned with the Jedi and didn't believe in the Jedi's ways anymore. And I think
Yoda
eventually,
eventually went that route. Sort
Yoda,
of.
Yoda, no, he didn't. Yoda basically, there was Sidious that did so much to basically put a cover over everything that was going on, including orchestrating the Clone Wars, everything he did.
Right.
The Shroud of the Dark Side looms over everything. So the reason why he went into exile pretty much is because he knew even he could not defeat Sidious. He was too strong. This had been the plan. For 1,000 years, this had been the plan for the Sith to regain control. And Qui-Gon Jinn are not being the father figure for Anakin Skywalker, Skywalker still would have turned.
You
It was
think
always yes, it was always there for him to turn. Especially
I don't know,
because
man.
of his I'll tell you the key of it why that was going to happen. Because even though Qui-Gon took Anakin and took him to the council and trained him, there's one thing that happened that is unforgivable for Anakin with the Jedi. They never helped his mother. He left his mother behind. Never had any contact with his mother.
That's another point, right? That pushed him to the dark side. But
Right.
this is after Qui-Gon had already been killed, right? But the fact that Obi-Wan was the one that trained him, I thought was the biggest disservice to Anakin. Because
But Obi-Wan didn't even like Anakin in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I thought that was the biggest disservice. Like watching it, I was like, oh well shit.
It's a promise he made. It was a promise that he made. Qui-Gon said, train the boy. He is the chosen one.
Right.
So you have to look at the situation here. Anakin gets there. Anakin is already 9 years old. He's already too old. They don't want to train him. Mace Windu from day one does not like Anakin Skywalker. Does not like him. From day one. Okay?
Right.
Did not like him up until the point where Anakin told him that Sidious was a Sith Lord. He says, if what you say is true, then you have earned my trust.
Yep.
So still had an issue there. Anakin was still trying to, even when that happened, even when Mace Windu went to arrest Sidious, Anakin was still trying to do the right thing.
He was.
He's saying he must stay in trial.
You got to keep him alive.
He was trying, he can't kill him. But he says he's in charge of the courts and he's too dangerous to be kept alive. But he knew at that point, if Sidious dies, Padme dies. Because Sidious tells me he knows the pathway to save her. So Anakin was always, even as a child, because he has so much. It all goes back to his mother. Even when he was a child, when he went to the council, and Yoda was like, "No, you have emotions or some shit." He said to him, he's like, about his mother.
Right.
That's what they do. The Jedi, pretty much go and they kidnap you. Pretty much what they do, kidnap you, take you from your family, and they use you. Okay, they send you to the cult, which is the Jedi temple. Right?
Wow.
And that's what they do.
Wow. That's kind of extreme.
It's what it is.
That's kind of extreme.
I mean, it says they say, oh, the Sith are supposed to be, jealous and all this bullshit, and the Jedi aren't.
But that's what I'm saying.
You mean to tell me there was never any kind of a situation here where there's like an animosity or jealousy between Jedi? There was never jealousy or animosity between between Dooku and Mace Windu?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying with Qui-Gon being killed, that was the turning point for Anakin and the entire Force as a whole, right? Because the Force could have been balanced way earlier and we would have seen a much powerful Jedi in Anakin Skywalker.
But he did balance the Force, though.
Eventually,
He balanced. No, it happened before that, because you got to understand something. There were literally no Sith left. There were all these Jedi. There were no Sith. The only Sith that were around were Maul and Sidious, because Dooku wasn't never really a Sith. He just turned to the dark side. He was never really fully a Sith. So
I don't think
it goes to the rule of two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It can only be two.
What I'm saying is the true balance of the Force isn't light or dark. It's just the Force.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
that's kind of what Anakin is now.
Right.
He is, he has taken the role pretty much of the Mortis God, the Father. He's that role now. He feels that he feels both sides. He controls the light and the dark side. He can control his emotions now. And he couldn't do that before.
I think that's what Qui-Gon was actually trying to achieve with Anakin. Like, there is no light, there is no dark, there is just the Force. This guy is supposed to be that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that is why, at the end of the day, even as Darth Vader, as George Lucas said, even as Vader, he was still the chosen one.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
May not have happened the way you wanted it, but he was the guy.
I mean, at the end of the day, he went through so much shit as Vader. He did a lot of bad shit as Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
But the one thing that brought him back around was the fact that he had a son. When he found out he had a son, that changed everything. He was emotionally fragile at that point when he found out he had a son. Because how is that possible? She died. So I thought the children died. Or the child, because he didn't know he had children. He only knew he had a child coming. Right. So, when he found out he had Luke, Luke coming, that changed everything. Palpatine knew, like, okay, I got, because Palpatine, in my opinion, it's a very weird relationship between those two, right? Palpatine was always trying to get rid of Vader, and Vader was always trying to get rid of Palpatine. You know what I mean? Vader had Starkiller as his apprentice at one point. Palpatine knew that shit. So they always played each other. And that's why, Palpatine tells Luke, he says, "Oh, go ahead and kill your father and take his place at my side." They always had that kind of weird dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very weird.
Look, we got a Star Wars expert in the comments. This guy's actually like, it's Rob. He said he tried to kill Luke several times, even after knowing he was his son.
Yeah, no shit. Because he tried to kill him, but also he was trying to manipulate him to join the dark side, to rule the galaxy as father and son. And then he says, he can feel the conflict. And Vader says there is no conflict. But yeah, there was a fucking conflict, because he could have killed Skywalker anytime he wanted. He didn't, because he knew that was going to be his way out. He knew Skywalker could kill the Emperor. Trust me, I watch this shit every fucking day.
All right, that guy is an expert. I'm telling you.
I'm sure he is. I know who you're talking about.
that guy is an expert.
He sure the fuck is. He chose just like when I don't know. I think it was a month or something ago when I was watching Star Wars on Disney Plus. The remastered Star Wars. And I had saw the, Han shot first thing, right? So I got corrected by that. So what I did was I went out and I bought the original trilogy, the original movies. Han shot first. You know what I'm saying? I had to go out and get this myself. So I went out and got the original movies and I watched them. And I'm going to tell you right now, the original movies, the way they originally came out, that is the way you should watch them. The Disney Plus, the Disney... Yeah, that's good shit. The Disney, that's good. All right. There was a lot of stuff that George went in there and changed and whatever. But I personally like watching the trilogy the way it was originally made. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I'm a shaddied it. But I think I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah, but because what I'm saying is that, so what I did was I had to go out and I'm like, look, I went on eBay and I went looking for the original trilogy because back in I think 2004 or something, they released the original movies. They had released them because there had not been a Star Wars release since like '97, and that was like VHS. So they released them again, and they had released the remastered version where Lucas went in and changed a bunch of shit, including that Han shot first thing.
Yeah.
And then also gave you the original movies on the same set. So I found a seller who sells all the fucking movies, all of them, and I bought them, and that's what I watched. And I was like, "This is how you watch it." Just like I am so torn with the ending of Return of the Jedi because I'm like, dude, I love the Hayden Christensen return. I love Hayden Christensen as Force Ghost in the remastered version, but I fucking love Sebastian Shaw in the original because I like the song. You know what I mean? I don't know why they changed the song. The song in the original is way better than the other one. I don't know what the hell they were doing. And I was telling the wife the other day, I said, I bet you if they ever go in there and remaster Star Wars again, I said, I bet you they're going to take an older Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan and insert him over Alec Guinness as Obi-Wan.
That'd be awesome.
I bet you that's what they're gonna do.
That'd be awesome. Lots of comments coming in, man. So the remaster, Rob says the remaster, George Lucas wanted to show Han as a less roguish and more of a good guy, which kind of makes sense, but
bull. That I get that, but that's like, dude, after watching, I did happen to watch Solo, finally.
I saw. What'd you think of it?
I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I wish they would have further told the story with Maul. Showed more Maul in the movie.
Yeah.
But I loved it. I loved the whole thing. I loved how Han got his last name. That was pretty cool. Donald Glover as Lando. Oh, he hit it, man.
Great.
He had to be watching Billy D. Williams.
Yeah,
in
great.
The original. Yeah. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. I don't know why people didn't like that movie when it came out. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I don't know.
Let me tell you,
it got a lot of flack, but I actually loved it.
So here's my favorite movies from now on: the original 6, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and Solo. The other 2,
okay,
go fuck off.
Okay, I'm with you there. To blame The Last Jedi for Solo not continuing. That's about because it did come out around that time period.
Right. And since we're talking about the sequel trilogy, let's go ahead and talk about the sequel trilogy because I want to make women uncomfortable. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just gonna say this, man. So I forgot her damn name, made some comments, right, that have resurfaced. Okay. And she says that she likes to make men uncomfortable. I'm an activist. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit about your activism. All right. You have no fucking credentials whatsoever to be doing a Star Wars movie. You've done documentaries. You have your activism in the fucking movies, in the documentaries that you have. I don't care about that. That's not what Star Wars is about. Star Wars is about the dark side versus the light side, good versus evil, the Sith versus Jedi, and fucking the lightsabers and the galaxy. That's what Star Wars is. Not women empowerment. When you say women empowerment and you're the first woman to ever lead Star Wars and direct it, bitch, do you not realize that George Lucas's wife was the one that was originally behind Star Wars? Do you not realize that his daughter wrote a bunch of the Clone Wars episodes? Do you not remember that Deborah Chow just recently did Obi-Wan Kenobi? The fuck are you talking about? So when you say this, you're shitting on them. You're shitting on the woman who has ran fucking Star Wars into the ground for the last 11 years, fucking Kathleen Kennedy. Okay? So what the hell are you talking about? Women. I'm sorry. What was Leia not in the movie? Did we not have Reva in Obi-Wan Kenobi? Was there no Sarah Connor? We never had strong women characters. I'm sorry. Did we not have the $1 billion princess in the WWE, Stephanie McMahon? Did we not have China? The fuck is she talking about?
So I'm gonna say what Rob said. Rob
Women.
said these comments were taken from an earlier situation that had to do with situations where she's from.
I don't give a fuck.
For that, in the context of that, she was talking about herself being the first director, but that was like during the Last Jedi days, during that sequel.
Can I tell you something, sir? Can I tell you the let me say something. All right.
Go ahead. You got the floor.
All right. Okay. So there was a movie that came out, I don't know, it was like late 96. It was called Jingle All the Way. It was with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Okay. Now, everybody is talking about Turbo Man. Everybody loves Turbo Man. So everybody loved Turbo Man. Then Sinbad's character was the villain. And then they had another fucker that was Turbo Man's sidekick that nobody liked. That is Ray. Okay? That's Ray. No one gives a shit about Ray. Okay? She is not a Skywalker. She is a Palpatine. Okay? But
true.
First she was supposed to be a Kenobi. They don't know what she is. All right? And just hearing the possible story that they're going to go with, that somehow the Force ghost of Kylo Ren got her pregnant.
Stop it.
Dead ass serious, bruh.
Stop.
Yes.
Ghost Skeet. Nah, bro. You lost me.
I'm dead ass serious, man. Dead ass.
Oh shit. No.
And then you got this other one you got this other show coming out called The Acolyte that's coming out with Leslie Hedman, who said, and I quote, people were sitting around the table waiting for George Lucas to come in. And, like he's the end all be all of Star Wars. Like he knows everything about Star Wars. Bitch, he created the fucking universe that your stupid ass is sitting at. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, so that shit, the whole race shit is just...
If you think that I'm fucking bullshitting about this, movies, I have seen interviews, my friend, on YouTube. People are talking about the script leaks, the 2 stories that they came up with for this Rey movie. I'm not joking. I'm not making this shit up.
Bro.
No, I'm not lying. You know damn well I'm not, when it comes to Star Wars, you know fucking well I ain't gonna lie.
The fucking petitions that will come from this shit.
Yeah. Somehow he got her pregnant.
Oh my God.
She's gonna be pregnant with a girl. Okay? And supposedly this girl might turn to the dark side.
Why?
So we're not doing anything new.
Yeah, no.
We're rehashing the same shit.
Just fucking reset, man. If that's the case, just fucking reset.
You can't reset it. Can't. Because they're going to continue to push this character. And I feel so bad for Daisy Ridley. I really do. I feel bad for her. Because if they don't know yet, Disney is being very cautious right now with this shit. That's why with all this bullshit's going down, here's the thing. All this bullshit and controversy is going down with this director's previous comments that have come to light, right?
Yeah.
Then they announced the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Because you got to take the distraction away from that.
That's true, yeah.
And bring it over here now. Well, they're going to bring back Baby Yoda. And we're going to bring back the Mandalorian, but this time we're going to do a movie because season 3 sucked ass.
Yeah, season 3 lost. The Mandalorian lost its luster.
Listen, I'm reading the comments right now. I can see him on my phone over here, and I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting. This shit here, this is the 2-story treatments that they're looking at doing. Is somehow she got pregnant. So I guess Ray's child, which is, she's a Palpatine. She's I guess her daughter's gonna be the chosen one, right?
That's terrible. That's not good. Look, Rob said, "I'll be back. Hold on." He said, "I gotta look this shit up."
Go look it up. And when he comes back, he's gonna be like, "Oh, he's fucking telling you." Damn right.
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I don't even want that.
That's what I saw. I was watching a video on YouTube and people were talking about this shit. The possible script leak for the Rey movie. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
Wow.
But then you have but going back to the Acolyte real quick, which I like the Acolyte premise, but once again, she Leslie Hedlund, the former secretary of Harvey Weinstein, the former assistant to Harvey Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, the rapist. Yeah.
Crazy. That is. I'm flabbergasted.
What was that? What was that comment right there?
That's what Max said. My dumb ass still gonna watch it.
I think everybody's trying to watch this shit show.
It's Star Wars, man. So
yeah, because
it's gonna attract people.
It's not a problem, bro. It ain't no problem with a woman directing the movie. All I want, just like everybody else, is just give us a good Star Wars story.
But okay, so
that's all it is.
I
don't give a damn if you're a woman or you're a man. It don't give a shit who you are. Just do a fucking movie that actually makes sense and that's entertaining.
Right. Here's my issue. I don't want them to get to a point that they did with the first sequels, right? Or the prequels, right? I don't want them to get to a point to where, you know what I'm saying? They put these movies out, they fucking suck, and then years later you come out with a show that makes the shit make sense. That's not what I want. Just give me a good story, right off the bat, that I can sink my teeth into, like you did with the first 3. Give me a good story that I can watch it and be like, damn, that shit is tight. Not,
you know what?
I have to go back and piece shit together. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. You know the character from the sequel trilogy that was, in my opinion, wasted. There were several characters wasted during the sequel trilogy. I mean, they wasted Luke Skywalker, just destroyed him. Okay, but the other character that they screwed up, that should have been the main character, Finn. There you go.
Yep.
See what? Look. Thought I was bullshit. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh shit.
Star Wars, it's life for me. So I'm on that shit. I keep it 24/7. I told you.
Terrible, man. Terrible.
Yep. So I'm waiting for South Park to do another Pandaverse.
Oh, you know it's coming.
Oh yeah.
You know it's coming.
And just to be like the first woman, bro, like I said, George Lucas's ex-wife was the whole one responsible for it. So I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Go make some more of your documentaries.
I don't know, but a lot of people rallied around that shit, and it's 8 years ago, bro.
But just the simple fact that they were hired, it's okay. It's like them hiring some Joe Schmo off the street that don't have any experience and saying, we're going to give you the keys to making the next Star Wars. We're going to put you in charge of this multi-billion-dollar franchise. And you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know anything about the characters. You don't know shit. You've never watched it.
Yep.
Bro, Rob, I'm the same way, my friend. I am the same way. I am the old Republic, and fucking the Skywalker saga, and that's it. And I'm talking about the original 6. I ain't talking about the rest of that shit.
Yep.
Just leave me. Just leave me and Anakin, Mace, Yoda, Luke, Leia, Han, Vader, Palpatine, fucking Bane, Revan, all of us. You leave us fucking
why?
alone.
Yeah, right. Give me something about Bane. Do that. Or actually, if y'all really gonna do that, like, and this is why I say reset, but retell the story. You know what I'm saying? Retell the story that you could put all the pieces there.
You can't.
You can't though, right? You can't
Nope.
because they've gone so far down this rabbit hole, like they're trying to put sugar on shit at this point.
Because it all comes back to they sacrificed Luke Skywalker for Rey. They sacrificed the established legacy characters for Rey, and it didn't get over, and it's not going to get over.
You have
no
no
one
idea
gives
how
a
furious
fuck
I was
about this
shit.
character.
No.
But, the other thing is they are developing. Dave Filoni is developing Ahsoka season 2. Which
I saw that.
I'm actually looking forward to that because I'm hoping that we see more Anakin, possibly more Vader. I would love to see it, my friend. One time, let me see Anakin Skywalker and Luke on the same screen together.
I'd love it.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see them possibly get Natalie Portman as Padme, as an apparition or something. Reunite with Anakin on screen. That would be fucking cool to do that.
Yes,
but
it would.
We got Rey.
Yep, this is what you got. You either get steak or fish, and they're fresh out of steak. So you get fish.
What kind of fish?
Gefilte fish.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But let's shift gears for a second.
Yes.
Speaking of stories, we have a story that's going to be playing out very here shortly in the WWE. Roman Reigns possibly squaring off with The Rock, possibly at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Another question I have for you: is this shit too little, too late? Now I'm gonna ask this question because I know where we were a year ago.
Yeah, bro. You and Matt were here in San Antonio.
Yes.
We were at the house. You, me, him, the wife. We were going to the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
And we were at the Alamo Dome in those hard ass seats that were uncomfortable. And we were sitting there and waiting for if you smell what the Rock is cooking, and that didn't happen.
Hype as fuck.
Hype for it. Never happened. And then we sat outside for about 2.5 hours waiting for the Uber. That was around the corner but couldn't get to us.
Yes. So how much of this shit is too little, too late?
It's too, dude. When The Rock came out there with Jinder, I was like, I watched it back and I'm like, this just isn't hitting the same way like it did before. He's right. Willie, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. It's just because I think it was because I had just recently seen The Rock, so it just didn't hit the same. I know it hit the same for San Diego, but they kind of gave it away when I saw Nick Khan out there earlier in the day with The Rock. So you kind of knew he was coming in.
Hey, what the fuck is this? I know when they posted the picture, I was like, huh. He's with Nick Khan.
The only Khan in the wrestling business that matters.
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. Hey, that Khan's getting some shit done, bro. He's getting.
Oh, he is.
You know what? I gotta apologize to Nick Khan because I didn't have faith. But this motherfucker's actually been cooking lately.
I told you if I had ran if I had my own company, Nick Khan would be the guy I had in charge running it because he know what the fuck he's doing.
That motherfucker's cooking, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta give it to him. He is. in this short span, he's got CM Punk back. He's got The Rock in
and he
twice.
played everybody.
Yes, and he played the dirt
We
sheets.
respect Phil. We respect Phil. We have no shit. They was right on the phone trying to.
Yeah.
Is he free?
Bring him out.
Yeah. Is he free?
Bring him out. Come on.
That whole thing that we just set that up as Survivor Series when Punk came out there and Seth Rollins was going ballistic and buck wild. All they set that up so perfect.
Yep.
Everybody talking.
Yep.
Because they played the dirt sheets. They played everybody.
So with this, we are possibly looking at. So here's the scenarios that we're looking at right now for Rock and Roman. Since
I think it's Elimination Chamber.
That's what everybody's predicting. That they're gonna bring him to Australia and they'll do that match there. Or which one makes sense? Because I don't see The Rock, me personally, I don't see him as an Elimination Chamber type of event. Yeah. That shit screams, take my fucking money at WrestleMania, bro. Like, it just does.
So the scenario that I see is I see the possibility of Roman versus Cody at the Elimination Chamber. And then I see the possibility of The Rock versus Roman at Mania. That's what I see happening. I'm sorry. I like Cody Rhodes. I really do.
I do like
the
Cody.
The bigger match is The Rock versus Roman. That's what people want to see.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But it fucks Cody, bro. Like it really does. It fucks him.
Well, it does. But who says that he has to finish his story at WrestleMania?
Okay, we've had the Star Wars talk. Like, the story can be finished at WrestleMania, technically. So the way they're setting this shit up now, if we go back to SmackDown, right? Rumble's main event is a fatal 4-way in which Randy Orton is a fucking participant.
Correct.
You can have the story being finished of Randy Orton winning that title at the Rumble, and him and Cody are the main event of Mania, right? You can do that. That's the story. Mentor, apprentice, student, right? Master, apprentice. You have that story playing out. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes at Mania. Roman versus The Rock doesn't need a title.
They're not going to sacrifice.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That is the most logical way that you can get Cody to finish that story at WrestleMania.
Because here's the thing. And see, this is why I'm thinking it kind of leads credence for the Elimination Chamber. Because The Rock is not going to stick around. You know, The Rock The Rock's already mentioned, should I sit at the head of the table?
Right.
He's mentioning this, and we're about a month out from the Elimination Chamber. So it kind of leads me to think that's where it's going to happen. They're probably still going to do the match with Roman versus Cody 2 at WrestleMania. So I don't know. They're just so hell bent on keeping Roman in this position, and I don't know.
I do. There's so many scenarios, right? But the main one is, he's on Hulkamania's heels, right? I don't think, or I don't know how far they're willing to let him hold that title.
I think at this point, dude, like, it's when you look at him and you look at Seth Rollins, it's like night and day when it comes to the championships. And at this point, Roman is just his record. His record doesn't mean shit, to be honest. It's a predetermined record anyway, but it doesn't mean shit because it's the record of a championship that has another lineage to it. That
Right.
belt is not the belt that San Martino had, or Pedro Morales, or Hulk Hogan,
Right.
or Superstar Billy Graham, or Bruno
Right.
Sammartino, or any of these guys. So it doesn't matter. They say, oh, he's he's going to break Hogan's record. How so?
Right. And a lot of that is just is service, right? Let's modernize the record. But we got some comments coming in here that are pretty interesting. Max says, as a casual, I'm not respecting that record if he gets it, which that's a very
Yeah.
interesting comment, right? From a casual
Yeah.
fan. Another casual fan, Rob, Cody's got to be a major figure. And if Roman's wins have been weak. So those are pretty interesting comments.
Roman's wins have been shit the entire
Yeah,
time.
I agree.
See, here's the thing. At least when Hogan was a champion, and I'm talking about Hollywood Hogan, when he was a champion, when he was dominating WCW, people wanted Hogan to drop the belt too. But Hogan did drop the belt. He dropped it to Luger on Nitro, but then won it back at Saturday. But still dropped it. And it was always shenanigans, but it was shenanigans that made sense. It was always a reason to get there. The whole point of it to get there was to get him to sting. That was the point.
Right.
This here, you cannot tell me that they went into WrestleMania last year with the mindset of, we're going to have to do Cody versus him next year. I don't believe that.
No, I honestly, genuinely believe now that the plan was Rock versus Roman last year.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it fell through. So they went with Roman versus Cody, which made it more interesting in the long run, right? Because, Cody's like, I got to finish the story. It made it a little bit compelling. But now here we are a year later. We're pretty much in the same scenario. We're probably going to get Rock and Roman, but how much of that fucks up what Cody had built? Because coming out of that, you can argue that Cody got more popular.
He did. Cody has been popular since he came back.
Right.
He's even more popular now. I mean, he is the all white meat baby face that eventually will turn heel. It's gonna happen.
I believe that too.
And I believe it's all going to be the scenario of he couldn't finish the story. So that's going to make him snap. He's going to be the
Anakin
one.
being this is Anakin being told no by the council.
Yep.
Eventually, he's going to snap.
Yep. And I dare say, I would mind seeing a match that probably no one's thought about. A match between Cody and The Rock. Because Cody has credence to say, you came in, Mr. Part-Time, and you took my momentum. You took my spot.
Yeah.
And
he's already saying that.
I particularly don't like you.
Yeah, he's already saying that.
So that's a money match right there. I wouldn't mind seeing if The Rock was going to do it.
I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Also, the match I wouldn't. So regardless of what happens at WrestleMania, I think coming out of WrestleMania.
Oh, goodness gracious, hold on. Damn, Mac is going at it. He really does not like Cody. Shit.
Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't.
You mean tell me, Mac, when we were at the Rumble and Cody came out there, you weren't popping big for him?
No, he actually wasn't.
You weren't singing the song. You weren't going whoa. You weren't doing any of that.
He actually wasn't. He was like, "Oh, number 30." He comes in at number 30. Convenient.
Right.
But yeah, so like you can argue he got more popular after that. Going into this, I think it's gonna be interesting, man. It's an interesting couple of months. The Rumble is pretty much the telltale of what's gonna happen at Mania.
Yeah.
Which for the first time in a long time, it's unpredictable. Which I actually kind of like.
This Rumble here, honestly, with the talents they have in this, now I might get some heat for this, but this is dead ass truth. This Rumble here is kind of reminding me of
92.
92.
Oh shit!
Yes. Look at the roster of the WWE right
Yeah,
now.
that roster's absolutely
Stacked.
bro.
Jey Uso,
Stacked.
Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Drew
And
McIntyre,
everybody's healthy. Yeah,
Gunther.
it's a fire roster, man.
They just
after that, there's so many directions you can go. Like that Rumble is gonna set up a lot of Mania matches.
yeah.
A lot of good Mania matches, both men and women.
Yeah.
Because that women's
they
roster
just-
ain't that bad either.
They're just on fire right now, man.
So Max asking real quick, let me get your thoughts on the women's belt situation. You see any belt changes in the next couple of PLEs?
Yeah.
So
I think Naomi's gonna come in and beat Rhea.
I don't think about that, but if she does come in, and here's another one I think is actually going to come back. I think Mercedes Moné is actually going to come back. I don't think she's coming back to Sasha though.
I don't think they need her, to be honest.
I think she may be coming back.
And so what? So okay, so she comes back. Let's just say she comes back, and she don't get her way, and she wants to leave again. They have a stacked roster of females that actually want to be there, that are not entitled, and they actually can perform and are much better workers than she is. They don't need her, to be honest. You got Bailey, you got the whole Damage Control, you got Rhea out there, you got Bianca, you could possibly bring in Camille. You got so many different performers. You don't need a Mercedes Moné at this point. Because she's toxic.
Oh, that's a hot take. I haven't heard that one before.
Oh, just go out there and just go out there and listen to how she treats her fans, and tell me she's not toxic. I've seen shit myself. Just how she treats people.
I haven't seen anything like that to confirm it. So
okay, you need to go look around, buddy.
All right, maybe I do. Maybe I do. I can neither confirm nor deny. I haven't seen her in those situations, so I don't know.
Oh, I've seen it, the videos of her at the Comic-Con when somebody's asking her a question and she's just being a bitch on for no reason.
I haven't seen that. So,
no, you never heard the stories about her being mean to little kids that came up to her for an autograph? A picture?
Was she in character or no?
No,
because that's different.
She wasn't in character. She is one of those ones that, you don't want to be bothered or whatever. You like, okay.
That's interesting. No, so I honestly, I haven't
people like that.
I haven't heard.
You got people like that, but you got people like Charlotte that made this whole long ass post appreciating her fans, even though she plays the bad guy for most of her career. That's what she said, appreciating her fans, and she said how it, she really loved her run this time around because she got to be the babyface and all the high fives and fist bumps and meeting all the fans. She really enjoyed that. That's shit right there. That's cool. There's someone who really appreciates people, kind of like Cody.
I hate that she got injured, really, because I do think she was getting ready to do some cool shit. I think maybe her and Bailey would have been doing something at Mania, which would have
they would have got back together.
Yeah, I think so.
But to answer your question, Mac, I think Jade's going to probably get a major push, but she just needs some more ring time because she was protected at AEW. So basically, they're taking their time with her to make sure that she doesn't basically flop in the WWE.
Right. I agree with that. I agree, which is why we haven't seen her yet. So
exactly. So I need to rush it.
I do. The only title I think is going to change hands is probably the one EO's holding. I don't think they'll take the title off of Rhea anytime soon. Honestly.
I don't think they need to at this point. Rhea's too hot.
They've already set up the whole Elimination Chamber pretty much around her. So I don't see them taking that from her anytime soon.
And once again, Rhea is, in my view, miscast. I think she is a babyface. She needs to be a babyface. I think
so. I think they finally pulled the trigger on her going babyface because they have her and Nia Jax looking like they're going to be in a program together. So, which actually, I like Nia since she's been back. I
I
do.
tell you, I saw the and I thought it was pretty impressive. I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with this, but I really liked the return of the Authors of Pain.
Yeah. That stable that they got with Carrie
Precious
and Cross.
Paul,
Yeah, I like that. I like that a
I
lot.
hopefully now I don't like that they sacrificed Lashley and the Street Profits to do it.
Me neither.
I didn't like that. I thought Lashley and Street Profits were heels, so I didn't care for. And notice this, my friend. Notice how they have completely buried the LWO.
Yep, we called that.
You know why you bury it, brother? Because you'll never be the NWO. Don't matter.
Well, that and Santos Escobar was the star, and when he left, that was pretty much it.
I just never understood it. I thought, being a Baricua, I thought it was cool what they did in Puerto Rico with the LWO. I thought that was cool, but outside of that, why would Rey Mysterio be a part of a group that he didn't want to be a part of in WCW?
I don't know.
Mac, I think the LWO is done, my friend.
No, they're done.
It's done. It's ran its course.
But I do agree with them that
you want to bring the black and white NWO back. Yeah, we can do that with some new people. I'd love to see
Rhodes.
Cody leading that shit. Cody Rhodes.
Why you at it?
Drew McIntyre.
Give me Drew McIntyre. I was about to say that. Give me Drew McIntyre. Hell yeah.
Cody Rhodes.
Let him
Drew
run.
McIntyre. Damian Priest.
Yep. I agree. Let him run roughshod.
Yeah.
That'll be one hell of a faction. Hell yeah. So, with that being said, coming up at Mania, we got 40 years of Hulkamania on the docket.
Yeah.
40 years. Why are we celebrating that this year though? Is it like coinciding with the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania?
Shit, I believe they're. It's so weird because I could have swore Hulkamania started in AWA.
It did. Technically, Hulkamania was born way before he got to WWF.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why they're doing it. It's probably coincide with the first WrestleMania, but also coincide with when he beat the Iron Sheik. So
that was in '83, right?
84, I believe.
Okay.
I believe 84. So that's where they're getting it. But I mean, listen, give the guy his due. The most influential person ever in the history of sports entertainment, Hulk Hogan. Everybody knows the name Hulk Hogan. Period.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. They know the name Hulk Hogan.
Correct.
The guy helped revolutionize, with the help of Vince McMahon, helped revolutionize professional wrestling and took it from the Southern, wrestling to a major conglomerate that it is today. Hulk Hogan was, a lot of that was Hulk Hogan. He held the WWF on his back. You know what I'm saying? And then to revolutionize the industry and then to go back and do it again with the NWO. I mean, give the guy his flowers, man. I mean, a lot of people don't like Hogan for whatever reason. I think a lot of people don't like Hogan because of the stories that they hear about the politics that he supposedly pulled in WCW and then the whole racial thing. But once again, if you ain't got on Ric Flair about shit, then don't get on Hogan. That's my opinion about it.
Well, Hogan also came out and apologized for the shit too.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Now, he apologized for it. Hogan's a born again Christian now. He got reborn. He got baptized and all that. Give the guys flowers at this point. I've never heard Ric Flair. I've never heard Ric Flair apologize for anything, and I know for a fact that he said it. Okay, I know for a fact that Jim Crockett said it. All right. So if you're not gonna shit on them guys for doing it, then get the fuck off Hogan.
I agree. Oh, good comments. You got to give him props. He globalized the brand. In a sense, he's the Jordan of WWE. I would agree
Absolutely.
with that.
He is
I would
a he
agree
is
with
a
that.
Jordan. He is a Babe Ruth. He's all of that shit. Because
Yeah,
without him, there would have been none of this shit. It was him
exactly.
and it was
Exactly.
him and it was McMahon. It was him and it was Vince McMahon. And Hogan did the Rocky 3 movie and that set him up. And then the first WrestleMania,
Yep.
you know, that the Crockett's paid for.
Like that shit is still in the entrance. 40 years later, that shit is still in the intro to
Right.
every WWE show. Him
Now
slamming
has
Andre the Giant.
Hulk Hogan. Now let me put it like this, okay? Into perspective. You have Hulk Hogan and then you have Terry Bollea.
Mm-hmm.
So when I look at Hulk Hogan, the character Hulk Hogan, without Hulk Hogan, there is no WWE. Period. There is no professional wrestling. I don't give a damn who it was. Hogan
I
was in
would
the
agree.
right place at the right time and made this thing what it is. If it wasn't for him, there never would have been a Saturday Night's Main Event. None of this shit would have happened. WrestleMania would have happened. You would not have gotten Mr. T. None of that. And reminds you, him and Mr. T worked together in Rocky 3.
Yep.
All right, so there's your connection. So none of this stuff would have happened without Hulk Hogan. So give the guy his just due, give him his flowers. A lot of people that talk shit about Hogan probably were jealous that they never got to work with Hogan to begin with.
I would agree with that. Like the man changed the business twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
I mean, who are you gonna believe? You're gonna believe what Hogan says or the fucking Ultimate Warrior? Yeah.
But it again, if Hogan lost to you, it meant a hell of a lot more.
If you worked with Hogan, you made money.
Yeah, it meant a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
If you beat Hulk Hogan in a big main event, you are a fucking made man. That is just
if you
simple
even
and plain.
wrestle Hogan, even if you wrestle Hogan, you get the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about. The business. It's all about, listen, you can beat my ass all damn night. Just pay me.
Yeah.
Pay me. I will do the job. Just pay me. If you want me to wrestle Hogan and fucking take the leg drop and look at the fucking lights I'll do it because I know I'm getting paid.
It's gonna kill me. That leg drop is going to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay there until the audience leaves.
Right. You want to give me that atomic leg drop? I will blow the fuck up right in the damn ring.
Pay me.
Yeah. Pay me.
Yep, because I am going to make money.
That's how it goes, man. So give the guys, dude. I can't wait to see what they do with 40 years of Hulkamania, 40 years of Hulkamania, 40 years of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It'll be awesome. I hope we get to see him. I know we will, but
yeah,
it'll be awesome.
And people,
whatever they do, it's gonna be awesome.
People still haterizing Hogan, man. Get over it, dude.
Yeah, let it
Get
go.
over it.
Let it go.
You're like Tony Khan. You're like, Tony Khan is competing with WCW.
The ghost of WCW.
Yeah, you're competing with WCW. Not your competitor. You're supposed to be a competitor, right? You're not competing with your competitor, your competition. I'm competing with WCW that's been dead since 2001. Right. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna put Dynamite this week against Nitro.
I wonder if he. Let me look and see if he's still talking shit. If he is. If he is, it's awesome. And he is.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, everybody's going in on this shit. It's crazy. They drug Abaddon into the shit. Like, why?
Everybody and he keeps coming in with Bishop. Bishop keeps hitting him with the facts, boy. Like, it doesn't matter. Look, and I'm not even a Tony Khan AEW hater. I'm just a realist to understand that. Listen, bro, you're never gonna accomplish what Eric did in this business. Period. It's never gonna happen. Eric hit lightning with the NWO. Eric hit lightning with Nitro. You're never gonna be able to beat that. Just let it go, man. Just continue to do, Dynamites and Rampage and all that shit that you do. You got a lot of good talent down there. Do some good shit with those talents. So that way they don't end up leaving you.
Yeah, man. Got to do better. Got to be more careful.
And I know, and it's like I come up here,
and
it's like I come up here and I'm like, oh, I'm an AEW hater. No, I'm not. I wish AEW all the success in the world because there's a lot of guys down there that I like. It's just they have no direction. None.
Listen, I am a staunch supporter of AEW.
I know you
but
are.
Even I am like, dude, stop. Stop. Yeah. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh, like when I saw the cage shit, I was like, oh, I know he's gonna respond. I know he is. Yeah. And he didn't let me down. He didn't let me down at all. Like, come on, man, stop. Don't respond to that shit. Let it go.
He can't.
Let that shit go, man. They just trying to rile you up, Tony. Stop. No. Nah, fuck that. I gotta fire back.
For nothing.
I gotta fire back, man. Terrible. All right, man. Let's wrap up with the last segment. We got a horror movie outlook coming out. So there's a couple movies that I do want to.
I thought we already talked about the Ray movie.
Oh, fuck. Are we going to classify that as horror?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a Star Wars fan, it is a horror movie. I'm scared to watch.
That shit's gonna give me nightmares tonight.
I don't want to watch it. No.
Yeah.
No. But the first movie I want to bring out, they're classifying this as a horror movie. I don't know if this is actually a horror movie because the first one was classified as a horror movie, and I actually laughed through a lot of it. That's Beetlejuice too. They're coming out with they're remaking Beetlejuice.
I don't
classify it as a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
Even though they do have the potential, it's 2024. The first movie was made in the 90s, right? It was more of a comedy. They can go a little dark here. There's room for it, especially with the upgrades to effects and CGI and all that great shit. Like, there's room for it. But I don't think that's actually going to be a horror movie, right? So,
nah. I mean, was the Marvels a horror movie?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask. It can be a horror movie.
Right.
Also coming out this year, a movie I'm actually looking forward to. You kind of like the slasher movies, the Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, stuff like that.
Wait, what gave that away? Is it the thing that's behind me up there on the wall?
Yeah, that. Yeah. But also, you have a fucking Annabelle doll, which, by the way, I know where that room is that you put that fucking doll in. I ain't going in there no more.
Oh, Annabelle. Yeah. Hold on. Can you see her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck her. But they are coming out with with the first Omen, which is the prequel to the Omen series, which I like that genre of horror, or the subgenre of horror that is classified in. So I might actually check that out.
Look at what Max is. Really? Really?
Bro, do you not? That bitch is lifelike, bro.
No, let me tell you something right quick about that. So I remember I did like a video, maybe like, I don't know, 2 months ago, something like that, where I had her in the bed. So the wife when it was all said and done, she would not touch her.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
She don't want to touch her. She said, and I quote, "Okay, let's go ahead and put the bitch in the box."
Yes.
And she wouldn't touch it and make sure she's strapped down.
Yeah, you gotta pray too, bro. You gotta pray.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Bro,
it's just like my Palpatine mask.
Bro,
you don't like that either.
Look at that. Turn around, look at that bitch, bro. Like, that bitch looks evil. Nah. Like if you didn't have her in the box and you had the fan on, like the bitch's hair blue, like I'm leaving. I'm leaving your fucking house. I'm out, bro.
Man. It's I mean,
peace.
Listen. Let me see.
Peace out.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean, she's just chilling right here, man. She's just right here chilling. She's literally watching me do the podcast.
Nope.
She's literally watching me do the podcast.
No, thank you.
She says, make sure the box is closed now. You know?
Nope. Got to pray for I walk in your house. You got to sing.
You know what's funny?
No.
You know what's funny? You know what I actually have to listen to before I go to sleep, and I get comfortable. It's two things.
What?
Three things I listen to because I have it recorded on my phone. It's Return of the Living Dead, the movie, Halloween, or Friday the 13th. I have these playing in my headphones.
Okay, that's not bad though.
Oh, I know.
It's not bad as Annabelle.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Nope. I don't. I wish to never know that power.
Let's see. What put Mac up here? He's still talking. Let's see what he's got to say.
He said one day you're gonna be gone and the doll will be in the room. And I ain't gonna have nothing to say. They finna interview me and I'm gonna be like, fam, he was asking for it.
I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you. So I have a camera in this room. Okay. So it has.
See, you on some paranormal activity shit.
I'm about to tell you. So it's a camera right here behind me. So it has motion, right? So when I'm gone and the wife's here by herself, the camera goes off sometimes.
Nah. See. Nah. Just burn the whole house down. Nah. Like, we got to get rid of her, bro.
Man, y'all need to quit being some pussies.
Nah, bro. That's like the ultimate security for the house. Just put her by the fucking door and be like, I dare you to walk in this motherfucker.
Well, I got Annabelle right here. I got Chucky right there. I got Yoda right here. And I got Georgie over here.
See, that's too much, man. Just Chucky and Annabelle is like, nah, bro.
You remember that? You remember in Child's Play when Chucky, she was like, say something, damn it. You bitch, you stupid bitch.
Like on a stormy night, bro, you're like, nah, bro, we got to get the fuck out this room.
Hey, come on, Mac.
We got to get the fuck out this room, man.
Wait, hold on a second. Now Mac is saying, he rests his case. Listen, I understand, bro. I get it. All right, but Annabelle is. Listen, I'll send you some up close pictures of her later on Facebook.
Crazy shit. Nope, absolutely not.
I got a picture right here of Valak, the nun, right here. You remember the picture? You remember from the movie?
I remember. Yeah.
She's sitting right there.
It's too much evil in that room, bro.
Once again, you don't know the power of the dark side.
Nope. I'm gonna have to call Constantine and shit.
Look at him. The power of Christ compels you.
Yep. Praying. Holy water. Gotta pack some holy water in a flask. People think you're alcoholic. I'm going to Frank D house. I need this shit.
You know what? And you know what I'll do? I'll take the holy water, drink it. Oh, I'm Triple H.
Hell no. So I'm about to get the College of Biblical Studies over here praying for me. That prayer ain't gonna work, bro. You probably not want to call them.
Why don't you call some? Why don't you call some more of your Jedi?
Oh shit. Final thoughts, man. What you got?
Final thoughts is that I'm gonna just start sending y'all random pictures of fucking Annabelle,
Nah, bro. Don't do that shit.
real close up.
Don't do that shit. Be like a picture of Annabelle under the door.
Yeah, the bitch going under the door.
Hell no. Hell
Oh my
no.
god, how did she get there? Oh, I don't know.
Grab the baby.
Yeah. My goodness. No, my final thoughts are this has been a fun discussion tonight.
Yes.
We hit all the bases.
Yes.
We came in and we just completely knocked it out of the park. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much what we do here on No Gimmicks Podcast. On the DPN, we've done it. My gosh, this is 2024 has started with a bang, and we got more to come, brother. Like it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah. Don't forget also, final shots. Shout out to the Queens of Nerdum and the Smoke Pit. Mac did a solo Smoke Pit this past Friday. Both of those shows are out on all streaming platforms. This show will be out soon on Thursday. So you saw us on the intro. We'll record these probably on Tuesdays, release them on Thursdays. We'll try to stick to that schedule. And Monday will be the Smoke Pit. Tuesday will be Queens of Nerdum. I think Wednesday is probably going to be USDN. Thursday will be us, No Gimmicks. And then Friday will be probably the rest of the shows on the network. So tune in, man. Tap in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Oh, also, February 10th, what are you doing?
February 10th,
Yes.
I will be hunting younglings at the Jedi Temple.
All right. Okay.
I have no idea, sir. That's fucking February 10th.
All right. Well, I'm asking you now so you can take the day off. The reason I'm asking you to take the day off.
Well, we'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. What you want to go get some charity work or something?
No, we're gonna go to the Mission Pro show on February 10th.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we can do that.
Okay. This is why I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go out there and support real women's wrestling.
Yes. Sleepless in San Antonio. That's what the show's called.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I better not fall asleep.
No, they actually got some good stuff planned out. So from the last show, Maya World and Jasmine Allure.
Oh, really?
They both won matches. Since Maddie Rinkowski signed to the NXT, she's in WWE now.
Right.
She had to relinquish the tag titles. So they had pretty much a tournament. Maya World won one half, and she gets to choose her partner. Jasmine Allure won the other side, and she gets to choose her partner. And we're going to find out who they are, and then they're going to have a match for the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships on February 10th.
I like the scenario.
I love that scenario.
Yeah.
I've been campaigning hard for her and Misty Marks to be a tag team.
Yeah, that might be that's a good combination.
That is a good combination.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
So yeah, February 10th. Which shout out to Maya World too, man. She's been in ROH too since we've been on break. So
yeah,
she debuted for ROH, and then she had a match against Athena, and then she had another match against Queen Aminata. So
it's only a matter of time before she gets signed to one of the major feds.
Yep. It's only a matter of time, but it was really nice to see her debut and do her thing, and she looked pretty strong in both our matches. So
yeah, well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. I mean,
and Jasmine Allure too. Jasmine Allure also.
Oh, Jasmine Allure is one of my favorites. So is Missy Marks.
Yep.
So Yeah, I really enjoy their work, and you know, Izzy as well. So,
yep. 2024 is going to be an interesting year for all of those ladies. So,
yeah, 2024 is going to be an interesting year for just, you know, everything. Star Wars,
yep.
WWE, you know, I guess AEW.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
they got some stuff coming down the pipeline.
I'm just bullshitting. You know this, man.
All right, man. You got anything else?
Nope. Just always remember, the Empire did nothing wrong.
I don't know about all that.
They did nothing wrong.
Okay. Okay. And anything for the animals?
Yeah. Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. And I don't want to hear any bullshit about, well, I got the puppy for Christmas and now I don't want him. You should have thought about that before you got him.
It's cold outside. Bring your dogs in too.
Yeah, it's cold outside for a pimp. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard out here.
I mean, if you don't want to be outside in the cold, do you think your damn dog wants to be outside in the cold?
Nope.
So bring a little Rusty inside.
Exactly.
You get outside. Be banging on the door like fucking Fred Flintstone. Wilma!
Yep.
Oh, there's no way you didn't hear me. I was in the shower. You were in the shower. Passive aggressive bitch.
It's out here fucking dying because it's cold.
Right.
Oh shit. But that's it, man. That's the show. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Thank y'all for all the comments and making this a great show. Until next time, y'all have a safe time and enjoy whatever you want to enjoy, man. Peace.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear about it.
Don't cry about it.
Yeah, don't cry about it. Yep.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks.